Well, there's been an update to Leo, and you know what that means. We get to update the ways in which we upload our materials for our Writing Fellow workshops. There are going to be two videos, this is the first one, that show two different methods of uploading our workshop materials. Let's experiment with these two methods and you see which one works the best for you, or maybe the best for all of us. But as of right now, these are the only two ways that I know of uploading our workshops and avoiding some of the problems that teachers have been pointing out to us. So let's take a look. In this version, we're going to begin as usual by clicking on Content off the home page. That gives us the root. We go down to the root and click in Add a Module and type in Effective Writing Center. And this is going to be our umbrella term. At return, you'll see the module appear. Go ahead and be sure to change from Published to Draft. And then click on New Discussion. Now we're going to create the actual discussion title for the entire workshop, EWC Workshop on Research Paper. We have to click on New Forum because a forum for us does not yet exist, and so we want to create a forum with the same name. Now we can select the forum that we just created, and do have prepared some boilerplate instructions that will appear on the contents page. This should be a written welcome message that explains your presence there, what you're going to be doing, how long you're going to be doing it, your name, of course, and how you want the students to work. This will be their initial text guide as to what to do after they click on your module, Effective Writing Center. After you have entered in the description of the overall workshop, click on Publish. And now you'll see that you can begin adding threads to this workshop. Click on Start a New Thread, and then enter in your threads in the sequence that you wish them to appear in the workshop. However, because this is Leo, you're going to need to number the threads, and you're going to see why you need to number the threads in just a moment. So we paste in our HTML. We give a title to the first thread, Welcome from Kevin Folliard, Virtual Tour of the EWC, and be sure to number your threads. Pin the thread I don't think does any good, so click on Post and it will load up. So as you can see, we are back to the beginning of the workshop. We'll click on the thread and test it. There's Kevin's welcome video, and then the two videos on the database and the live synchronous advising. Both of the reply to thread buttons do the same thing. I've tested them both. There is no difference between those two reply buttons. So I'm going to post this reply as if I were a student. As you can see, it's in a different color, and then Kevin is able to click on reply to my reply to create the threaded discussion. And it's always good practice to refer to the student by name so that the student can easily find your response to him or to her. Okay, once Kevin has made his reply, he clicks on Post. And as you'll see, things are now lining up as a threaded discussion to that first thread, Welcome from Kevin Folliard. Let's go back to the module. You'll see that the module right now consists of that single link, EWC Workshop on Research Paper. Let's click it, and you'll see that you can continue to add threads on this page. So let's go ahead and add another thread, number 2, assignment analysis. Let's bring in our HTML, select all, copy all, paste in, and you can pin if you want, otherwise click post. Now notice that the last thing you posted is now on top. That's because the student has, looks like about 10 sorting options. And so it's going to be necessary to put in numbers before these threads so that the student, regardless of which sorting option she or he has, knows in what order to work those threads. Let's click on the thread and check it. There's the YouTube video, assignment instructions. A student can click reply and ask a question, attaching or copying, pasting their outline in. Back to the module. It's not necessary to go back to the module to add a thread, but I just am trying to affirm that in this method of setting up the workshop, you have only that one link to a discussion, and that you add threads on the next page. Now, one other problem we've been having is whenever the teachers click on discussion and they go look at your threads in the discussion area, we've had horizontal overrun. Doing it this method, as you see, we don't have the problem with the horizontal overrun. Check the other thread. And so it's good to go. So you can continue adding threads at this page, or you can go back to the module, start over again. Here we'll add thread number 3, the thesis thread. Copy and paste our HTML. Add in a subject. I'm not going to add a number this time because I want you to see that if you forget to add numbers, it is possible to go back and to edit the thread and to add in a number. So we'll pin it, we'll post it, and as you can see, it sorts itself at the top. Student has a variety of options, and now we're going to edit this thread. You cannot delete it, but you can edit it. I'm going to go back up and put the number in. And as you can see, it's imperative to have those numbers. Now we'll update. You'll see that the threads are numbered, and no matter which sorting option the student chooses, the student will know in what order to work the threads. Thank you, Leo. Let's add a last thread. And once again, if it's necessary to add a number, you can edit the thread. And as you'll see, that number 4 is now on top. Thus the necessity of the numbers. Let's go to the discussion area, make sure we don't have any of that horizontal overrun. We go down, we click on our topic that we created for our discussion. We see all of the threads. Here they appear in order, but of course the student can sort them. We check for horizontal overrun, and for banners that need to be changed, that one still said guest lecture. Okay, now we're back at our topics. Now, of course, to move the module, you grab the 3 horizontal lines and drag it so that the gray horizontal appears below the module where you wish yours to go. Here we'll put it beneath week 2. Click on 2, click on our next one, and there it appears. A nice clean way to upload our workshops.